Hey, this is Ben. More on the forums. I just saw a thread about asking what's Cuben fiber tarp sounds like versus a sil nylon tarp. And I have here the Mountain Laurel Designs Cuben fiber hex hammock tarp. This is the stuff sack that it came with. The only difference between this and the one that's advertised on the site is I cut the line locks off of this one, and it doesn't have the ridgeline clips on it that it comes with. So I don't know how much this weighs, but it ain't much. But I'm going to take it out of the stuff sack and then move the camera around and push the tarp back in. So hopefully we can get a feel for what the Cuben fiber tarp sounds like. Here you can see the tarp is hanging out of the stuff sack just a little bit. It's not a terribly floppy material. It kind of maintains its wrinkles until you pull it tight. It kind of, I regret putting it this way, but it kind of coils into the bag sort of like poop. But then it comes undone pretty well. You can hear what it sounds like here. Kind of crinkly. It's not as loud as a spinn tarp, which for reference I can get one of those right now too. Hold on a second. Alright, hanging up here on the ceiling is a OES MatCat spinn standard tarp. It is a little bit more noisy than the Cuben fiber tarp. It's just, you can see just moving it, it's a little loud. It's not as loud as it was when I first got this tarp, but it makes that much noise versus the Cuben fiber, which makes this much noise. So this is just a more quiet material, and it doesn't make slick sliding noises like sil nylon does. You can also see through it. That's that. I'll put the Cuben back into its little stuff sack. Found the ridge line. I feel like that should go in first. And this is just a little sil nylon stuff sack that it came with. This stuff is more difficult to pack than sil nylon, and it's more difficult to pack than spinn, and I have just accepted the fact that you really have to push on this stuff and it's going to be just fine. I've really only recently started putting it into the sack that it came in. I've always thought that things were too small. I mean, the stuff sacks that they ship with anything. But, I mean, that's not that big of a deal to get it back in there. And there you go. That's how loud a Cuben fiber tarp is going into the stuff sack.